Hey now, Mike Shamon here, and this tutorial is for my newest product on the Divi Marketplace, which is the real estate layout bundle, and it consists of over 10 different real estate landing pages that you can use with your Divi websites. You can easily import these and export them and change them as you need. And it also works very well with another product I have on Divi Marketplace, which we'll go over in just a minute. But first, I'm going to show you how the real estate layout bundle works. So I have a Divi website open right now, and I have a blank page template set up. And if you want to know how I got to this point, there's a video inside the documentation that will show you exactly how I got to this exact point. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to import my landing page layout that I want. So I'm just going to go down here to portability, these little arrows. I'm going to go to import, and I'm going to choose my file. Now these are my 10 landing pages right here that come with the bundle. Now there's also an image file that comes with the bundle, and it has an image of all 10 pages right here. And I'm going to go over all 10 pages with you in this tutorial video just to show you guys exactly what you can do. I want you guys to fully be able to use this and go through the tutorial and be like, yeah, I can really use this a lot. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my 10 pages open right here. So if I want whichever one I want to import, I just click on it, and we'll start number 1, and I'll just go open. And if you have other content on this page and you want to replace it, you want to make sure this is checked. If you don't want that content to be replaced, make sure you uncheck that. All right, so just go ahead and go to import the Divi Builder layout. All right, now page 1 has been imported. Now I'm going to show you how to edit this a little bit, but that's how easy it is to import and export these layouts. Now you hit save and you have your layout. There are a few things that you want to do. Of course, you'll want to change the headline, so you can do that by highlighting that and changing that, or you can go to the settings button right here and pop open this and change your text right there. All right, so that's how that works, and then the same thing for this text as well. Now you notice this one is in italics, so if you go to design and text, you can see I have this font style right here, and that is italic. So if you see capital letters, italics, or underlines, you're going to want to check the font style. Of course, we have the font color right here, and then the font size, and it's all made for responsive devices. So I've changed the sizes on tablets and mobile, especially when those fonts are bigger on desktop. So those fonts change automatically during when it becomes responsive, and you can just see it right here how that goes from that, and that is a smaller font or a smaller font size right there. So you can see how it folds up very nicely on the mobile phone right here. So once we go back to the desktop here, we'll just go to our email opt-in right here and go to settings, and this is where you're going to want to change. You can change your button right here, so your button text, this is where you change your button text there. And your email account, this is pretty important because this is where your leads are going to. So I use GetResponse for my service provider. They do have a 30-day free trial. You can use them for the 30 days free, and they have very reasonable prices if you want to choose GetResponse, and I'll leave a link below if you want to check that out. But anyways, you want to choose your email service provider, and there's a lot of options to choose from here. So once you choose your service provider, you want to go ahead and select your list, and then you want to go ahead and you select your success action. So usually I choose to redirect to a custom URL. This way you can redirect your leads to where you're going. So if you're using these for real estate, maybe you direct them directly to the listing, or you direct them to another form that has more in-depth information to go over about what it is they want. Okay, and then you'd put that URL address right here. So that's how that works, and that's how you edit that. Of course, if you want to edit the button color, you can just go to this paintbrush right here, and you can edit the button color right here. All right, and now for this picture down here, it's important to know with all the images, so if anything is a full background image like this one is right here, you want to make sure the width is 1900 or 1920 pixels. You want to make sure it's at least 1920 pixels for full screen and high definition images. 1920 by 1080 is probably ideal. Now obviously if you have a thinner section, it's not a full page, then your settings are going to change. But for full width like this, you want to do 1920 by 1080 at least, and that's usually going to be really work out well for you. Now these pictures down here, this is a 500 by 500 image, and all the square pictures that you're going to see, all the other pictures you're going to see that are square are 500 by 500 mostly, and that's what you want to have for your picture to look the best inside of these landing pages. Now, if you did want to go ahead and change this right here, your name, this is the same thing. You just go to the settings here, you put your name right in here, and then the same thing, real estate agent there, and then the phone number. You put your phone number right here. Now, if you want to link this to your phone, you click the link right here under content link. And I've already set up, I have tell and then your phone number right here. So if you put your phone number right here, this will turn into a text to call link. Easy for people to get in touch with you. Same thing with the email. Go back down here to the email and put your email address in right here, but go ahead and link it up right here in this tab with your email. Okay. Go ahead and press check once you're done. Then of course you can set your license number right there. Now for the logo, I put mine is a thin logo like this. Now if your logo is square, you're going to want to change something here, most likely. If you go to module settings and go to design and spacing, I've added around 64 pixels of spacing to the top of my logo. So if you put your logo in there and you see there's a lot of spacing on top, you want to condense it down, go ahead and change this padding to whatever you'd like, and then make sure you change it on the tablet as well and on the phone too if you don't like how it's stylized there. Okay, so I just wanted to go over that with you on that page and check. Now once you make all those changes, hit save and you're good to go, and you have a landing page up and running in just a matter of minutes right there. Let's go ahead and check out some of these other settings I want to show you. So I have this is the demo page I have open right now, and on landing page 2 you can see right here you got the blurb section and the email opt-in there. Again, this is a high resolution image, so make sure it's 1900 by 1080 at least, and actually this one could probably be a little bit thinner than that. 500 by 500 for this image as well. And you just go on down here, same thing. To change the logo, you just want to go to change right here, and as you can see that one really doesn't have much spacing at all on top there. But if your logo is a square logo rather than a horizontal logo, you will you may need to change some spacing. But again, it's all up to you and it's all aesthetics. So whatever looks the best to you, go ahead and go with that. Okay. There's the landing page 3, and again, all these pictures right here, if they're not equal size, they will not. This will not look the same. And as you can see right here, this one actually is a little bit off. This one's a little bit bigger than this one is. So I thought they were all 800 by 600, but this one looks to be just a little bit bigger. So keep that in mind when you're doing your images right there. All right, and then nothing much left to go over on this one because we've mostly covered everything. If you want to change the blurbs, just go to the settings here, and the same thing, hit the paintbrush for the style, and you can change the style there. Of course, you can change the content inside the text tab and under the body, and that's where you can change that text. If you want to change the icon, of course, you can change the icon as well. Content and image and icon, and you can select an image or an icon from right here. If you go to design, image and icon, that's where you can change color and you can adjust the sizing as well. Same thing for the email form. Make sure you do the email success action and make sure you connect them to your autoresponder list. And then I've added a special feature here to this landing page 4, and you can use this for all different all your different websites. And this is something kind of cool. If you go here down here to the copyright bar and you go to settings, you'll see that this is the body right here. If you go to settings right here, it says current date. If you go to settings right here, this is where you change this information down here on this copyright. So I have the copyright symbol and the copyright words right there. And then after I have MS Real Estate, this is where you put your real estate name or whatever it is. All right. And then what I've done is, just so you know, you don't have to change anything. It'll update the year automatically in the copyright, so you don't have to come back in and change it. So what I've done is I've just made a custom date format, and that is just the year, which is Y, and that is in between the copyright and the name right there. So that year will change when it turns to 2022 and so on. So you don't have to worry about that. All you have to do is change. You just want to change this right here, your after part with your name. So go ahead and check that out. That's a cool little feature I added for you guys. And again, change the background color of that. You just want to go to the section and background, change the background color. All right, and you can change it to black, red, whatever you want. Now, one thing I do want to go over too again is the background image there. So if you go to your section and settings, and then you go to your background, you can change the background image right here, or the background image. Now, if you go down, I have an overlay on it, so it's a little bit dark. So that's the setting I have, background image blend overlay. And if you want to change that color, you can change it to a solid color like red or orange or yellow. All right, and then you can click on this and you can change the opacity so you can see through it or not. Now, if you want a couple different colors, you can use the gradient as well, and the gradient overrides whatever on this. The gradient will override that, so just go to add background gradient, and there's a gradient. Of course, you can pick your colors and make it whatever color you want. You can do the transparency thing as well. But as long as you have a gradient on there, this color right here, I'm going to just do black, and you can see it's you can't see anything. So go to gradient and go to trash. You can come back here and you can mess with the transparency. And again, if you select a color and don't see anything, you need to switch to transparency so you can see the background image right there. So that's how you do the background image and the background image gradient. All right, and then on landing page 5 here, I actually have a video, and if you wanted to do this video, you just go to the settings here, and then you can go to the settings on this one and insert from URL, and then this is where you put your URL address. So if it was like a YouTube video, this is where you put that address at right here. And then, so I have an overlay on there as well, and you just go to overlay, and this is where you put your overlay. You just click this and you select your overlay, and it will generate from the video if you want to. That's where you do your overlay, and then of course that little design icon, if you go to, or that little play icon, if you go to design and play icon, you can edit the color right here and change the size. All right, and then for the overlay, you could do a background as well if you would like that there. So that's how you edit that. Now I'm just going to go to the next other pages, the landing page 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10. All right, and there's not really much to explain here. Again, this is this image isn't any particular size, but any particular size image will work fine right here. And again, this image and background are the same thing, the section settings, okay? That's what you want to go to in order to change that background image as well. So you can see we're getting into landing page number 9 right here, and this is a pretty unique landing page. When you change these ones, you can just go to the settings right here. Again, you can change the text right here, and you can change the icon right here. And I've shown you how to get to that through the content and the icons right there. All right, so that is all 10 pages. And again, if you can switch to mobile, when you're switching things, you want to make sure that you switch them on the tablet and mobile if they don't look right, okay? And I hope I've given you enough information to add these tutorials or to add these landing pages by yourself. I have a lot of other tutorials that you can go and check out, and I want to show you one other thing that you can do that's really cool, is that with one of my other Divi Marketplace products, the Divi email opt-ins, if I go to import export right here, and I just go to import, and I'm not going to replace my content, I'm just going to go to choose file. So now when I come to my files here, I have all my email opt-ins, and this is my email opt-in bundle pack with over 100 different email opt-ins. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose one of these. Let's go 49 to 64. Okay, I'm going to go to import. And now here are my different email opt-ins for this little section I have. Now I'm just going to select one of them and put it up there, and let's see. I'm going to choose this one. Okay, because it is on a darker background here. All right, I'll delete this one, and then I'll just go here, and I'm just going to do this. Just going to add a little bit of color to this background, just because a little bit on my other one bleeds through a little bit. So there's that, and let's go here, and then I'm just going to change the color to red. Actually, I'm just going to change the button background color to red. All right, and then a little bit transparent there. Okay, and then you just save it, and then you're ready to go with your email opt-in. Of course, you got to change your responder and success action there, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this real estate bundle demo, and check it out and get a lot of use out of the demo, and check out the email opt-in as well and my other products that are coming out with on the Divvy Marketplace. All right, guys, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.